So here we have it, the footage finally of my abseil as part of the fundraising that I did for the British Lung Foundation and more personally for my dad who suffers from COPD. Now, the work the charity does is absolutely crucial to not only research, but to improving the lives of these people with varying conditions, just on a day-to-day basis. It really does make such a big difference. So I want to say firstly a big thank you to everyone who has supported the charity by donating to me or in other ways, and everyone that got involved. Absolutely been fantastic, from where the guys that helped me do the 24-hour live stream and everyone that tuned in and donated, to the people who donated for the abseil as well. The number has been phenomenal. I'll put the amount here on screen for you guys to see, as I can't remember off the top of my mind, which is a little bit bad, but it will be there for you. So the footage, before I show it to you guys, there'll be a bit of commentary over it as well to guide you through it. But basically, I strapped a GoPro to my head while abseiling in Wales as part of my end of the bargain for raising money for the BLF. The pressure was on, and I'm not going to lie to you, from being up on the top of that, the height was really daunting, and it was something that I definitely was a little worried about, to say the least. So without further ado, guys, thank you for your support, and let's watch the video. So I start the walk up to the height, the beginning of the abseil, the top of the peak, and it's a fair old walk, and I'm walking with a few other people who had agreed to do the abseil with me, some members of my parents' business who, thanks to them, come along and did it as well. I don't think I'd have had the courage to have done it on my own. And we walked up quite a long distance. I'll just skip through a little bit, but the views were breathtaking for sure, but the height was becoming more and more of an issue, and we were basically really out of breath by the time we got to the top. We felt like we'd already done the challenge just by climbing all the way up there. It was a steep and treacherous path, but finally, after even forging our own paths at some points, and which made us really think, what the hell are we doing? We finally made it to the top, and the views will stay with me forever. The views were incredible. Wales is a beautiful country as it is, and I really took a lot of that in and tried to show you guys as much of it as well from that really good point of view. Now, as we reach the top, this is the first time I could really get a feel for the height of where I was, and to see down at the people and the cars, which from first up looked tiny in comparison to how they did obviously when we started off, and it was a bit nerve-wracking, to be honest. So we sat down and we were taking in turns. There was groups of 2 of us to go up and go over the edge together, and they gave us a little bit of a briefing, because obviously we've never done it before. The charity worked with a mountaineering group who do this sort of thing all the time, and we were basically there to keep us reassured and safe, of course, as well. And time went by. I was one of the last people to go, so I think the longer you wait up there, the harder it is, the more your brain's trying to talk you out of it. But I convinced myself that it's something I need to do. I think the money from the donations and everything like that drove me to know that I needed to do this. And there was a funny discussion going on with a lot of us, thinking that really, if we'd have skydived, it might have been a bit better, because at least with that, you've got no chance to back out. You're strapped to someone and they jump out the plane and you've got no choice but to go with them. Whereas with this, literally, you have to physically walk backwards off that cliff. And that's the real difficult bit. Your brain is literally giving you a million reasons why you shouldn't do it, and you've got to go against that and just do it anyway. So as you go off the edge, it's a bit rough because it goes on a bit of an angle, and then after you get past that bit, it goes vertical. And it's not until you get to that vertical bit that you actually feel safe, because the ropes don't feel tight until you get to the bit. So you've even got to put trust in the fact that that will happen when you get to that bit. So it's really difficult, it's really daunting, and like I said to the instructor, you'll probably hear in just a sec, that I ideally didn't want to look down, because I knew the moment I'd look down, it was probably the moment I'd try and talk myself out of it, like a couple had already done. Tried their best, but had already done thus far. But I didn't want to look down. I knew that would change it, so I walked back.
You sit back now, so and think about the reason it's slipping is your feet aren't high enough. Do the job. Don't move your feet. Right. Now walk. Unweight one foot.
Is it always good?
Only weight one foot. No, it's too left.
Is it always going to feel like this?
No.
Okay.
As soon as you get onto the vertical wall,
it'll be different.
much better.
All right.
It'll be like you're
Okay.
Right. As they are now, that's. Okay, so unweight 1 foot.
Watch out for Harley. Right.
300 there. So unweight, roll your weight on your left leg. Let's step down slightly with your right leg.
Yeah.
Just do that. That's it.
Yeah.
Straighten your legs, straighten your legs, straighten your legs.
This one here.
Yeah, and then everything kind of like tight down. The left, right, corner.
Legs straight. Toes and heels up.
What, here?
Heels, hang on. Put your hand back, I've got you.
Because he's there.
Now then, heels or not, straighten your legs. Straighten
Go
your
for it.
legs. If you can't get your heels
Yeah.
on, your feet are too high, right? Okay, buddy, that's good, mate. Stand up.
Push your legs out straight.
So, open your fingers slightly. That's a twat.
A little bit better.
A little.
Okay.
Look up there. Wait back.
See you on the other side, man.
Right, relax your hands, guys. Your upper hands, relax them. It's only the right hand that controls your speed.
Okay.
And relax it.
As I walked back, it got a little easier, and before I knew it, I was on the flat bit. Now, as you'll see during the descent, I actually kept getting a force of something on the rope pulling me towards the right, and there was a guy, my partner who was doing it with me, was to the right of me, and it meant I had to basically struggle a little bit to stay where I was on the path I was. It was a little difficult. It was pulling me over, and there are even bits you'll see where I get pulled over and I try my best not to collide into him, which was very difficult because you've got this rope pulling you, it's the only thing you've got, and it's pulling you over to the right. So there's a bit of a battle with that, but once we got on the flat wall and it started to make my way down, it was getting easier, and to be honest with you, it started to become less and less of an issue. And I had done some rock climbing previously indoors. It started to get more like that sensation of coming up off the wall and going back down to the bottom.
Come on, you can do this. Sorry, one more, so what's this?
And before I knew it, I was at the bottom and it pretty much was all over. And the amount of relief was very high. I was very relieved to have finished it, and to have actually done it, I'm proud of what I managed to achieve, because honestly, I had doubts when I first accepted that I would even have the guts to go ahead and do this, but I knew that once the money started rolling in and everything started going forward, that I just had to, and I think that sort of really set me out to the end. So that's pretty much it. There's not really much more to talk about it. I do want to say a big thank you to everyone yet again for their support. It has been absolutely fantastic. Honestly, I had no idea how much we would raise, and I thought we'd raise, you know, £100, possibly max, 150 if I was lucky, but the amount we raised was absolutely phenomenal. Was not expecting it, and I just want to say a big thank you to all the support. Big thanks to everyone else who got involved as well, because it was really nice to see, and it was a really good event and a really good day overall. That's it, so no more jumping off cliffs for me for now. I think I'm going to keep my feet firmly on the ground for the near future, but thank you for watching, thank you for support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Drink tea and game on.